Last week they finally achieved that. Carlton had made a shaky start to the season, but in recent times had been in pretty good form, with 4 wins from 5 matches. So going into yesterday's game with Footscray 3rd on the ladder and Carlton 5th, both teams were playing well. In fact, as well as they could expect to in any future confrontation. The match was played in the Western Oval draft. There doesn't seem to be any ground in Victoria that really compares with the Western Oval for the degree to which it's wind affected. Footscray kicked for the win first up and were fairly well held in the first 10 minutes or so of the match. When we join it, 11 minutes in, the Bulldogs have scored just 1 goal, the Blues still scoreless. Commentators are Drew Morfitt and Mike Fitzpatrick.
No doubt he go to kick. Hawkins, I think it was, to Hardy. Hardy's within range. Gets underneath his kick though to land on the edge of the square. Beasley tries for it but can't hold it. Play on. Glasgott's in there, gets out to Sheldon. He gets on to Meldrum. Meldrum with hands to Silvani. Poor handball in defence. Silvani intelligently gets his boot to the ball. Blackwell to Kukamelis to Fraser Murphy. This will test his speed. Now Kukamelis looking for McClure. Good use of the body by McClure. Ball's thrown at the back but no penalty to Brian Cordy. Cordy looking for Beasley, who marks. Good lead by Beasley. From the moment Cordy started to stream down that wing, Beasley took off. It's his first mark, and I would believe this will be his first kick. Not much Austin could do in that situation. The ball came in pretty low. Beasley shoots. It's a nice looking kick. That's their second goal.
Simon Beasley went goalless last round, and Curly Austin is a difficult opponent to kick a lot of goals against, but it's taken Beasley only 14 minutes to get one.
Interesting, last week Taylor kicked 3 goals in him early and they left him on Taylor, and Taylor really didn't do much after that. He's one of those men that persists all through a game.
By the look of the breeze, you'd think that Footscray might need about a 4-goal lead at quarter time to be about level. Edmund will take a free. He allows them to play on. And Royal, a mighty kick. Bamblett and Beasley. Beasley again! Well, he's got too much height for Curly Austin. And he played that well because he knew the breeze would carry it. He played it from behind and had too much reach for Curly Austin. Beasley a chance to kick his 2nd goal in a minute. And Footscray starting to get value from the breeze. 2 goals to Beasley, 3-0 to Footscray. They lead 18 points to nothing after 15 minutes.
Blues so far failing to get the ball into attack more than a couple of times. Madden dominating the hit-outs, and he takes a kick. Purser accused by umpire Smith of hitting him in the face. Kicks now looking for Hunter, but Hardy's in the way, and Hardy marks well. Ooh, there was a shepherd on Hunter as he tried to go for that mark. Not penalised. Kennedy and Rhys-Jones again. Rhys-Jones fails to control it. Kennedy drives the ball down to centre-half forward. Groeneweggen's on the end of it, can't hold it. Silvani's in there. Groeneweggen's back onto it. Meldrum with a chance, but fails to control it. Now he's got the ball, breaks clear well. Left boot kick. Malin on the end of it. Malin drives it back, but out of bounds to the foot. And Shark Malin be very disappointed with that. Really could have used that ball a lot better.
Footscray 3 goals, Carlton yet to score. Montgomery with the free. To centre wing. Madden is there, Purser, and Foster in front. Goes to Blackwell. Back to Foster. who will take a free kick. Back after injury, playing his third game since that long break. To centre half forward, Groenewegen. Beasley again, really contesting. Bamblett, caught by Alvin. Bahagia threw it, and the umpire agrees. Free kick to the Blues, to Meldrum, and Beasley, having gone very high for that mark, has come down holding his face.
Beasley across to Aitken and Hawkins. Both men go down. Play on. Aitken gets the ball away to Rode. Rode once again kicks Poy to Harding. The Blues have really got to look at their delivery out of defence. Beasley in trouble. Long kick to Edmund and Montgomery marks and will get a kick. And Beasley, I think his head's spinning a little at this stage. Certainly came down very heavily. Montgomery with 6 possessions.
Playing well.
His kick's poor again, and once again Footscray drive it back. Off the ground Silvani, but again Hardy. Hardy can use the ball in short to Daniels, and Daniels goes back to take his kick.
And Hardy's playing brilliantly at the other end too. What a great pass that is to Royal. They've slipped in inside half forward to mark on his chest. And Brian Royal, despite his lack of size, can kick long, and with a breeze should make the distance. Coming up for his 7th kick, Royal, in the opening 18 minutes of the game. Beasley in the goal square. He's worried the Blues' defence so far. Royal's kick is good. Footscray 4 goals to nothing. Two goals to Beasley, 1 apiece to Bamblett and Royal.
Smith to bounce. Purser wins one of his few tap outs. Madden takes it, however. Gets another kick. Long torpedo, Hunter in front. Can't control. Bruce Jones takes the ball off the pack. Left foot shot is a point, and he just can't do anything right. Kennedy tumbled him afterwards, but certainly not a kick in that.
And it's Carlton's first score for the game, and we've been playing 19.5 minutes. Hardy kicks in, starring for Footscray. Hawkins breaks away to take his first mark. Hawkins kick to centre wing. Edmund, a bit too long for him. And at the back, taken by Aitken, playing his first game for Carlton, former West Australian. Hawker Mealis goes down, paddled up the ground by Footscray. It goes to Edmund de Royal. His kick smothered off the boot. Dean out in front of Glasgow. Good running by Carlton. Glasgow to half forward. McClure. Foster in front. Umpires paid McClure.
McClure shoots. And it looks like it'll be a point. Yes, neither Foster nor McClure really held on to it. Both players had a touch on it, and I think the umpires did well then to let it go on. Well, the decision to throw it.
I thought it went through for a score.
I'm pretty sure it did too. Nevertheless. Apparently the ball actually grazed the post and going through for a point. Out of bounds again.
Hunter contesting the boundary throw-in against Purser. That's unfair. Purser wins a free kick. Back after a week suspension. Half-back flank. McPherson. Clash of bodies, and they'll take a while to get up from there. A boundary throw-in.
McClure with Purser. Purser gets his hands on it, but now he gets the ball. Right foot kick is high. Madden's on the end of it. Can't mark. Basket now. Nicely shepherded by Silvani. Kick in looking for McClure. McClure's got control of it. Left foot kick is high. Very poor delivery. Hunter can't mark. Footscray breaking away. Put out in the full. And Glasgow will be the man to take the kick.
That was Zatsaris.
No, Madden will take the kick.
Close to the boundary line, too long for McClure. Purser knocking up, getting kicks. He kicks across the ground, a bit of danger as long, well, it's safe as long as Hardy marks, which he does. On to Brian Cordy, and now wide open. Corcomelis chasing him from 20 metres behind. Cordy's kick is good to half forward. Aitken there for Carlton, and marks. So it wasn't a great kick by Cordy. Aitken pulled off his kick, goes to Robertson. Aitken again, out wide to Meldrum.
Water with a handball to Rode. Rhodes is not good, but Hajiar on the end of it. Dummies around one. Left footed kick into centre half forward. Good punch by Silvani at the back. Releases Rode, but he can't control the ball. And certainly, it's play on now anyway. But the kick's poor. And Kennedy marks. No, Foster it is. Foster on the left boot. Ball over the back of the pack. Melbourne with a chance with Daniels. Neither of them really wanted it. And it'll be locked up for Kevin Smith to bounce. Both players really pull out of that one. Doesn't say much for either of them, does it?
Dare I say it, I think we've said the same about Alan Daniels a few times before. Madden wins another tap. Goes to Meldrum. And the ball out of play. Footscray 4 goals straight. Carlton 1 behind. And we've played 24 minutes in the first quarter. Carlton coach David Parkin sitting about 2 metres from us here. You can almost hear his shouts to the Carlton bench. And that's gone out on the full. There'll be another shout coming now. Royal to take the free.
Royal dominating the game at this stage. Looking for Edmonds. Oh, but Albert in front. Albert puts it back where it came from. There's not really much of Carlton there. Royals decide he'll take another kick. It's his 10th. Not a good one. Groenewegen with a chance. Flips the ball on. Fraser Murphy in there. Now Albert again. Will he kick it back to Royal? No, he handballs it to Dean. Dean breaks away well to Montgomery. Montgomery looking for Rode, but it's a very tricky handball. Rode gets a poor kick in. Purser intercepts once again. Blues coming out defence poorly. Beasley on the end of it and marks. And marks easily. Once again, very little the fullback can do when the ball comes in low like that. There's this third mark. It'll be his third kick. Got 2 goals.
Well, Madden might be winning the taps, but Purser around the ground has set up so many things for Footscray.
Absolutely. It's partly because the way the Blues are so loose and bringing the ball out, Drew. They're just kicking the ball very wildly. Good pressure by the Footscray forwards.
Third goal straight to Simon Beasley. And what a start that is for him, being kept goalless last week. And now Footscray lead 30-1. So if it's a 4-goal breeze, they're in front. 4 goals only an estimate. But really, Footscray have murdered Carlton in the first quarter.
Bounce the ball. Purser wins. Steve McPherson on the right boot. And Aitken marks in defence. Gives the ball up quickly to Meldrum, who's in trouble. Now he's got a chance to kick to Glasgow. Not really a penetrating kick, but if he gives the ball over quickly, which he does to Dean, they might create something. Dean can give it on to Robertson, to Sheldon, who's walked into trouble, but now Kukamelis. Kukamelis to Robertson, to Rhys Jones, and that was good football. Rhys Jones going long. McClure at the back, can't hold it. Blackwell gets the ball out to McClure on the left foot. Left-footed kick in towards Hunter, who's being held and marks well. I think he would have got the free anyway. Hunter lining up at full forward on Neil Cordy with his first mark and his first kick. And that's not really Ken Hunter's fault because the ball has really rarely appeared in that zone in the game so far. Should kick this 15 metres out. Fails to do so. Pulled his kick. One of those things when you try and guide the ball, you often don't quite connect. Hardy kicks off, kicks to himself, out onto the far flank.
And Wallace is there. He has not been sighted, Steve Wallace, as yet. taken away by Robertson. Back to Hunter's direction, comes to the front. Corker-Mealis a chance. 40 metres out from goal, gets clear, snaps, and has hooked it for a behind. Carlton haven't scored a major, and we're 2 minutes into time off.
Royal marks the kick out from Hardy. Hardy's been kicking out extremely well so far today. Royal's kick not so good, but it goes to Foster. Handy footballer, Foster. Four possessions already, long left foot. Aitken underneath it. Now he's got the ball, gives it off quickly to Silvani. Good football, good tight football. And the kick is good. Marked by McClure.
Under pressure from Blackburn.
Under pressure from his own man. Not many of the Blues players have had a lot of kicks. McClure, however, has had 6. He's played well. Road. Once again, Purser in front, and the Blues' delivery is appalling. Taken away by Hardy. He's got time to give it across to Daniels. Daniels' kick is low and poor. Bahaja on the end of it. He's tackled, having gone to ground, and dropping the ball, and that's a good decision.
Montgomery to centre wing Madden. That's just about his first mark around the ground. Purser about 30 metres away from him. Siren goes, quarter time. It's a 27-point lead to Footscray. I think a little bit more than the breeze was worth. 5 goals straight to 3 behinds.
Even though Footscray kicked with the wind, the break they established in the first quarter was something that Carlton couldn't bridge thereafter. At half-time, the Blues had only 2 goals, hadn't added to that in the third quarter, and saved themselves from total embarrassment by kicking 3 in the last, but were still well beaten by 47 points. Beasley, 3 goals for the winners. Steve McPherson, Bamblett, Sewell and Royal, 2 each. And for Carlton, Ken Sheldon kicked 2.